Hello everybody. Oh, looks like we've already got a few people in, and we've already got some comments and questions of what we got now. Bobby Beckford's the first one. Disappointment was the Saturday. Must win match next weekend against a team that won 6-0. I don't think next week is must win on a second game of the season, to be honest with you. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of the game on the weekend. Well, yesterday, obviously. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of it, and I'm going to basically explain to everybody why we've got absolutely no reason to panic at the moment. So, good evening, Jamie. That's XR's 1 to 11 for anyone else that doesn't know who it is. Charlie Young, I think that I will take a few games for the team to gel. Maybe, yeah. It may just be that we came up against one of the teams that are going to be contending at the top and they started off on a flyer. It might just be that we didn't have a good preseason. We didn't plan a great preseason. They looked that bit sharper than us, and that's why they were able to take their chances and create those few. But I just don't see where everyone's talking about it being a difficult season. I mean, it's the first game, game number one. I mean, cast your minds back to a couple of seasons ago. Not even a couple of seasons ago. It would have been Justin Edinburgh's last season for us before he moved on. First four games, we got one draw and three losses, and we narrowly missed out on playoffs. Everybody, after we lost 2-0 at home to Wickham, was saying the same shit they're saying now. Honestly. Oh, this is going to be difficult. This could be a relegation season. Oh, we haven't recruited well. So and so looks bad. And one of those so and so's turned out to be bloody Mark Byrne, who was one of our best players. So, at the end of the day, guys, there's absolutely zero reason to panic right now. Barnet had a great start last season. Where did they end up? Exeter 2 years ago had a poor season, and where did they end up? Playoffs 2 years in a row as well. Bloody hell. There's no reason to panic yet, guys. Honestly. Charlie Young, I think it will. Yeah, sorry, we got that. Scabs, juggling watching this and Star. I think you want to say Star Wars, don't you, Scabs? Star Wars. Which one though? The good ones or the crap ones? Ryan Russell, evening to you, mate. Charlie Young, do you know any more transfer news? I don't, although I think we could do with getting another lone defender. XR's 1 to 11, buzzing for Saturday and extra away. Good, good, good. Me too. Josh Corbett, stop panicking. We lost 3-0 away to a team that will probably go up. Bang on. Well done. Scabs, Dolan, Bennett, and Crofts all starting just spells negative backwards football. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the team selection. There was no positivity in midfield from the team selection. It was Dolan, it was Bennett, and it was Crofts. So it was designed to stop them from coming forward, which it didn't, and prevent us. Well, not so much prevent us, but Dolan was the one who was going to be the feeder. And we all know Dolan, good player, but not quite, the main man in the midfield as part of a functioning midfield. Yes, but not the main man in midfield. So Bluebirds TV, hello to you, mate. Rob Parsons, keep the faith. Absolutely. Michael Flynn kept us up and gave us one of our best seasons in the Football League since we've come back. I'm not going to lose faith in the guy. I'm not going to lose faith in the team that he's put together just because we lost against a good team. We lost 3-0 against a good team. Their first goal probably shouldn't have counted because of the handball as well. And we missed 4 or 5 good chances. It could have been a completely different game if our finishing boots were on. A few nerves from some of the new lads, trying to gel into the way Michael Flynn wants to play the football. I think some of the statements have been absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. XR's 1 to 11. I'm going to get the third shirts for Christmas. Good, good. Josh Corbett, who would you like to see play against Cambridge Tuesday? Well, Cambridge, I thought was Tuesday because typically, since we've been back in the Football League, the first game, the first League Cup game that we play has always been the Tuesday or Wednesday after our first game. So, forgive me. I know I put a post out earlier on the Amber Army Facebook that said that our next game was actually Cambridge on Tuesday. It turns out it's the following Tuesday. So our next game is in fact next Saturday against Crewe at home. XR's 11 also love the LA chant. Yeah, it seemed to go down well. A few people joined in. For those of you who haven't seen the video of it yet, it is the next video down, it'll be from this one. Christina Austin, up the port, Chris. Up the port, Christina. Happy days. Who else is in then? Surely there's other things to talk about other than Newport County tonight, although I've got a feeling once again this chat will dominate. Newport County will dominate this chat, I mean to say. So, are we going to go into the nitty-gritty of this game? Yeah, I tell you what then, right? Oh, well, there you go. Bluebirds TV won 22-25 on a bet yesterday. How much did you stake, mate? 20 quid? I'm just joking. No Forest Green Rovers fans in yet, but no doubt that now you've mentioned that, they're going to come flying in. They'll probably bring about 5 of their mates with them. They're like stray cats. You let one in and show it a little bit of love, and then the rest of them bloody turn up then. So, £1, so you had 22.25 to 1. Good shape, mate. Who did you have on? So yeah, we're going into the nitty gritty on this game then, guys. There we go. Mark Harris will be a good loan signing. I'd never seen him play before, to be honest with you, mate. So I'll judge him when I get to see him in a county shirt, to be honest. I got a feeling Cambridge will be the game. He'll get his chance. Never know, Crew might be as well. Matt didn't have a good particular game on Saturday. So is there room for one of the loan signings to get a start? Obviously, Amond should have put his chance away, but he was dangerous. You know, he got into the mix, caused them some problems, which he does. He just needed a proper strike partner with him, like he was crying out for all last season. And the thing is, though, what's getting me is apparently people can't make their mind up who's Matt and who's Kiana Marsh-Brown, because everyone's saying that Marsh-Brown is the new Newblay, but technically, Matt is supposed to be the new Newblay. But another good thing as well is everyone's going on about a new Newblay, but Newblay wasn't Newblay until he stopped scoring goals. At the beginning of last season, he was scoring goals, and everybody loved him and thought he was the best thing ever. Until the goals dried up, he started finding himself out on the wing, going nowhere all the time, and then everyone gave him the lazy, won't jump for the ball, won't do this, won't score goals, Newblay. And then all of a sudden, after one game, they're the new Newblay. I mean, get a grip, like, it's unbelievable. And which one is it? Is it Marsh-Brown or is it Matt? Which one is the new Newblay to you? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, there we go. XR's 111. New keeper saying's good. Marsh-Brown didn't have a good game, apparently. No, he didn't have a good game. You could see that there was some good running feet with him. I think there were some nerves. He misplaced a couple of passes, made the wrong decision a few times, but there's still time for him to get it right. That's the thing. When you start poor, I prefer to start poor than end poor, like last season. If we hadn't started so good, we could have dipped down into that relegation mix because of the poor form after the cup run. But I prefer to start poor and work on it. Work out what we need to improve upon. Because at the end of the day, if we have a good start, like Barnet did last year, Barnet had a good start, dipped off, and went down. They got relegated. So, anyway, where are we now? I'm losing everybody now. So, Aiden, oi, bit late. Yep, the West Ham fans in. Charlie Young, Newbury was shite. Why would we need another one? Well, Newblay wasn't shite. Newblay just didn't fulfill his full ability and potential with this. I think he coasted a bit, to be honest with you. He was good when he wanted to be, basically. Josh Corbett, I thought the space Marsh-Brown got himself into a most important thing. He got to score eventually. Well, hopefully. Yeah, Marsh-Brown will get goals eventually, of course. But yesterday, we were just up against a quality team that was put together with a big budget. And they'd done us over. They were a better team than us. Simple as that. There's a lot of other teams in this league that are better than us, but we will get the better of some of them at some point. I just don't get this. We've had a poor transfer window. We had a poor preseason because the games that we arranged weren't great. But obviously the team played some behind closed doors. Did they prepare properly? They didn't look sharp enough to say yes, they did prepare properly. That was the thing yesterday. But towards the end of the game, maybe Mansfield was sitting back because they'd done everything they needed to do. But in the last sort of 15, 20 minutes, after the subs had come on, we looked dangerous. In the first 20 minutes, we looked dangerous. There's quality in our team. It's just we couldn't really show it. If we'd taken one or two chances in the first half, it would have been a completely different game. Or if their goal hadn't have stood, it could have been a completely different game there. We seemed to fall off after that first goal went in. So, in my opinion, it could have been a lot different. Right then. Right, LA. Good. Come on the port is saying, what the situation with goalkeeping coach? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I know Bittner's moved on. There's no announcement that we've picked up a new goalkeeping coach just yet, but although there was some guy out there working with the goalkeepers, I don't know whether he's one of the academy coaches who we nicked for that game or whether we've taken him for good. I don't know, but I'd like to think that we'll put something out as and when something's decided upon. Big H is gay, Forest Green all the way. Oh, great, here we go, they're already in. Simon Sadler, which county player is worth the most in the transfer market? Ooh, that's a good question, that is. Which player is worth the most? My initial thought would be Dan Butler because he's young, with more potential, and he is capable of making a jump up a league. Joe Day, arguably, because he's a great goalkeeper, one of the best in League Two at the moment. I'd like to say Amond, but because he's getting on, his value isn't going to be too high. Dimitriou, maybe. Not a lot of these players will move for money because, think about it, we picked them all up for free. So I can't imagine a lot of them are going to move on for a lot of money. We don't have a lot of great youth prospects that we could get a lot of money for. Jay Fulston, Toure hat-trick, by the way. Mad. Had a hat-trick for Barry Town. You know, we couldn't hit a barn door at 5 paces, and then he scores a hat-trick on his debut. Just couldn't make it up, could you? But yeah, that's a good question, that is, Si. For me, I'd have to say it is Dan Butler. The county player that's worth the most in the transfer market would have to be Dan Butler, yes. Ryan Russell, we're in for a treat against Exeter on the 18th. Went yesterday, which was awkward for me, but their number 8, Nicky Law, was so good, and we're bound to struggle against him. Well, that's not the kind of news I like to hear, Ryan, to be honest with you. I don't want to hear about how we're going to struggle against them. I like beating Exeter. Although, you know, you never know who's going to be good on their day. We may turn up at Exeter. We may turn it round, beat Crewe, who won 6-0 on the weekend, and then we go to Exeter, win there, and everyone's talking about promotion again then. You know what I mean? It's just such a thin line, in football. It's unbelievable. That's what 11. Newbury and Collins played for Colchester yesterday. Yeah, 3 of our ex-players played for Colchester yesterday at Notts County. Newbury, Collins and Ryan Jackson. There we go. Our man Chris Ball is doing some admin work in behind the scenes, looking for 20 likes for the stream. So if we get up to 20 likes, then we'll push on for an extra 10 minutes after the end of the 30. How's about that then, guys? Isaac Bishop, where do you think Kate will finish this season? I'm still sticking with mid-table, top half, mid-table. Simon Sadler, likes are earned. Ah, yeah, good point. Did you like my answer to your question? Is that worth a like on the thumbs up? Big H, okay. Dylan Key likes, right, and we're going to be having none of that. Right, and Chris Ball, wherever you are, let's get Big H's gay out of this place. Aiden, will you buy FM19? Absolutely, as I do every season. I'll be also buying FIFA, but that'll be the only computer games I ever buy anymore. FIFA and Football Manager. Come on the port. Who do you think needs to go out on loan? I don't want to send any more players out on loan. We should be encouraging youth to come through. You know, putting them in the deep end and putting them under some pressure. But I know one season for Toure out on loan, scoring goals, finding the net, learning how to turn players. You know, getting that killer sort of touch. Yeah, you know that's got to work for us. So hopefully next season we'll see some good at Modo Toure in our first team. Terry Moore, we need to play more profile teams in pre-season. Yep, I agree. So we hit the ground running in the last 2 or 3 games of the pre-season. Should be championship side or at least good solid sides. Yeah. There's teams in League One we could have played. There's teams in the championship we could have played. I don't know why we're not organising these things well in advance, because the better teams tend to get taken pretty early on. Don't know whether there's anything to do with the World Cup year or whatever, but no, it wouldn't be any. Obviously, the World Cup wouldn't have affected us at all. Maybe some of the teams we were looking at, maybe we were shooting too high and going for Premier League teams. But no, I think a better preseason is got to be one of the lists on the top of the list of priorities for next year. Come on, the port. Who was our best player yesterday? Probably Fraser Franks, in my opinion. Looked really good in defence for us. Aiden, thoughts on TV rights for coverage these days? I remember when me and my dad used to go out for a lunch, come home and watch any game you wanted on Red Button. Well, I mean, TV rights and everything like that. It's just Sky for you. Sky want higher profile games to try and get more people watching. It's all about the money for them and not actually covering football. So you can't call it coverage, really, can you? Because they're not covering an awful lot. You can understand on the business side of things, you want bigger ratings because you make more money from bigger ratings. But at the same time, I feel as though Sky sort of run not far off a monopoly for live football. BT Sport, thankfully, are there, and Premier Sport, it shows a few bits and pieces. But Sky they're pretty much the primary source of live football these days. I think there's a bit of a responsibility on them to broadcast League Two a lot more than they currently do. I mean, they only ever bothered when Portsmouth and Plymouth were in, because there's the only two teams I would ever on, it's Portsmouth and Plymouth. Right. Thoughts on Labadi announcing he is leaving? Really gutted. I thought he personally for me was our greatest ever player in my generation, Labadi. Gutted that he's gone, to be honest with you. But if he didn't want to stay, he didn't want to stay. Depends on what deal we were offering him now. But I suppose we'll never know now. Big HK, what are your views on Brexit, and do you think leaving the EU would affect County? Well, I'm a Brexiteer for one. Not really going to get too much into politics, but leaving the EU will not affect Newport County because we don't really have don't have many foreign players in League Two, do we? It's going to be affecting the likes of the Premier League and the Championship, maybe, but it depends what kind of deal comes out of it and what kind of work permit deals are available. Whether they'll make some sort of special what's the word I'm looking for? Special sort of regulation, shall we say, for football players coming over because they generate so much tax. Because they get taxed 50% of their wage, you got like Wayne Rooney was on 300 grand at Man United, 150k of that was going to the government, mind. So I think dispensation, that's the word I was looking for. Special dispensation will be made for footballers and high profile athletes on the back of coming out of the EU, if it ever happens, of course. If we don't get that's if it don't get trampled on by Theresa May and her crap deal. So basically, dispensation, special dispensation for footballers because of the amount of tax they put into the system. Charlie Young, any news on Labadi? He's gone, mate. That's all you need to know. He's gone. He announced it himself on Twitter, mate. XL's 111, going to pick up my season ticket on Wednesday. Good. Newport is still in the UK. Last time I checked, all of them. Simon Sadler, like earned. That's my favourite, is when someone actually comes on you and tells me I've earned it. Thank you very much, Simon. Tom Spruce, playoffs realistic or happy with mid-table and staying in the league? At the moment, with the current setup that we got off the field, I think we got to just be happy to be in League Two and hope for some off-the-field progression and then put ourselves in a better position to get promoted before we really start to hit it. At the end of the day, if promotion comes, we're not going to turn it down, of course, because we do get a lot more money and a lot more opportunity to make more money when we're in League One. It's just we need to go up with a really good squad if we are going to go up. But I'm not going to say judging on yesterday because we can't judge anything on yesterday. But to be honest with you, playoffs is going to be a little bit out of our reach if we're going to be realistic. So, no, I don't think the playoffs are realistic. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but yes, I'll be happy with mid-table and some kind of cup run, whether it's a League Cup or FA Cup. you know, we can make a little bit of money out of the cup. Happy days. Sam Sadler, who do you see getting relegated from League Two this season? Well, I called Morecambe at the beginning of the season, to be honest. To go with that, possibly someone like a Grimsby, or you know, so someone like a Cambridge or a Grimsby, someone like that, someone who you wouldn't expect to go down, will end up dropping down, a bit like Chesterfield. Bluebirds TV, do you play Super 6? I certainly do. I haven't checked how well I got on, to be honest with you. Well, Byrie, that's ever so kind of you. A £5 donation. It's massively appreciated. And the same goes for anyone else that ever donates on you. We have had it. We have had it in the past, especially when I did the illegal stream of the FA Cup that got me banned off the live streams for a while. I think we made about 12 quid in donations when we did that one, so it was sort of worthwhile. But 12 quid, I mean, we end up, we end up making £60 every couple of months. Well, every sort of 5 to 6 months we make about 60 quid, because that's the payment threshold on AdSense. So this here is, it goes straight into our AdSense. I mean, YouTube don't even take their bit. So Byrie, we thank you very much. Much appreciated. Aidan, is it bad for Premier League side to take less than 3,000 away on a Saturday? I wouldn't say it's bad for Premier League side. No, yet teams like Lincoln would take it most weeks. Don't think Lincoln would really take 3,000, to be honest with you. They take one to 1,500. I'd imagine they'd take 2,000 locally, but to be honest with you, Premier League teams taking less than 3,000 is not the end of the world, as far as I'm concerned. Although you'd like to think they got the support behind them as a Premier League team to be able to, maintain that kind of away support. Yeah, there's Chris Ball thanking Byrie for that fiver. Corky's in. Evening to you too, my friend. A couple of Big H's game messages deleted. FGR did well yesterday. Don't get me started on that, honestly. All right, and Byrie, thank you again, mate. What signings do you think we need to make? To be honest with you, I think we're set, except for I think we could do with another defender, a versatile one that could play up full back if need be, on the left or on the right, but then also play in the centre. If we could find a versatile defender we could have on loan or to bring in, then that would be perfect. Who do you think will go up to League Two next year? Well, on my bet, I've got Salford, purely because of the amount of money put in. I don't agree with it, as you know, with the FGR thing. That's part of my rant with them. But I may as well profit off it myself. I mean, didn't get great odds on them, but when you sign a striker like Adam Rooney into the conference, even Luton couldn't manage that one in the conference, Not even Forest Green would have stooped up for that money. So for me, Salford have obviously got enough to put a squad together. That's not just good enough to get promoted from the conference, but to go on a really good FA Cup run this year and come into League Two with a squad that would make them immediate favourites to get promoted to League One straight away. But although I kind of hope Salford come up, because it'd be nice to go there and abuse the likes of Gary Neville and Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes, to be honest. I quite enjoy that, I would. Anyway, guys, 23 minutes in. I haven't had as many questions as I usually have. I'm usually far behind by now. Has anybody got anything else to ask? I mean, anything about football in general? I mean, who watched the Leeds and Stoke game earlier? I watched it. I thought Leeds were brilliant. I got Leeds on as one of my teams to go up. So basically, my season accumulator is Liverpool to finish top 4, Leeds for promotion to the Premier League, Sunderland for promotion back into the Championship, Lincoln for promotion to League One, and Salford for promotion into League Two. And that will get me £470 something, that will, if that comes in at the end of the year. Nice bit of spending money for the holiday for next summer, isn't it? Anyway, guys, as we said, 20 likes and I'll extend this past 30 minutes to 40 to 45. But then if we can get the likes, happy days. If you can share the link to get more people involved, that would also be great. Byrie, do you think Tranmere and Macclesfield can stay up? Tranmere definitely can. I think Tranmere are up and staying up for good now. Macclesfield, well, funny enough, they're one of the teams I feel could go down. Couldn't think of their name when we were talking about it earlier, to be honest. Bluebirds TV, I am off to Scotland for Celtic versus Hamilton and Motherwell versus Rangers. You're watching both games, are you, mate? Because if that's the case, then that's awesome. Someone said, have you ever bet against Newport County? No. Unfortunately, a lot of the time I tend to bet with my heart and not with my head. I've never bet against us. I've bet for us. I remember winning 150 quid on an accumulate, and I had us to beat Kettering at home. Remember the time when Kettering had the one, was it just the one fan turned up, or was it two or three fans turned up? And I think that was Danny Rose's last game for us as well before he made his move to Fleetwood. Was it Fleetwood Danny Rose went to? I'm sure it was. I know there's a lot of talk of him going to Wrexham. Was it Fleetwood or did he go straight to Oxford from us? I don't know. My mind is a blank. Someone sent me straight on that one. Aiden. All right. So Liverpool, Stoke, Charlton, Lincoln. You're 4. So Liverpool is at for top 4. Stoke for promotion. I still fancy them, even though they had a poor game today. I still fancy them because you look at their team and it's bloody brilliant. It's for me that Stoke team is better than the one they had in the Premier League last year, for the exception of Shaqiri, of course. Charlton, maybe. Depends what the tight ass owners there have actually allowed them to put into the transfer budget this year. But Lincoln, yeah, I think that's a pretty sane bet on Lincoln. Luke Taylor, where you reckon we will finish this season? Newport, I think, as I said, mid-table, top half mid-table. Pretty much where we were last time, to be honest. Right, Bluebirds. One's on Saturday and one's on Sunday. Oh, right, okay. Oh, that'll be a good weekend, that will, mate. And Celtic Park is a really special place. You'll really enjoy the game there, you will. Try and get as close to the Green Brigade as you can. They're awesome. Aidan, how many times have you rewatched the playoff final against Wrexham? I still, to this day, watch it, to be honest with you. I can't really tell you how many times. It's got to be triple figures easily. Wrexham, I think, could go up. I kind of hope they do. Wrexham, as much as I don't like Wrexham that much, I miss our derby because that was always a really tasty affair. That was whenever we played Wrexham, especially when we went up there as well. So yeah, I wouldn't mind having them back. Luke Wilkins, my old mucker. Hi Chris, how's it going? Shit results yesterday. Yeah, well, obviously Luke likes Reading as well, so it's been a pretty crap weekend all round for you, mate, wasn't it? Especially losing in injury time on Friday night. But I remember Luke was. I think I've mentioned this in the last live stream actually when Luke was with me when we beat Mansfield 4-3 in 2012. Well, one thing went right. Mansfield scored 3 goals that day. They scored 3 goals. We just didn't score our 4. We could have scored 4, mind you, but some of the chances that we had. But no, I think I'm putting that little myth to bed now. I think that superstition, that possibility, the omen, put it to bed now. Let's just get on with the football, innit? Byrie Beckford, West Brom lost at home to Bolton yesterday. Quite shocked with that one, although Bolton needed to improve because they nearly went back down again. But fair play to them that they've started the season with a really, really good result there. Jammy Jimmy 3-0. How bad because that they have what? Can anybody else translate that for me from Jammy Jimmy, please? Luke Wilkins, scarce. You know. Imagine if my brother's watching this now. We used to make fun of my brother a lot when we were younger with a lot of different stupid nicknames, and that was one of them. Luke Taylor, also, do you think our team has actually improved since last season? It's too early to tell, mate, to be honest with you. I think Newblay's not a loss as such, but I think Tozer is a bit of a loss because of the threat that he offered with his long throw. And Labadi is obviously a loss, big loss. But we brought in replacements. They've got to have time to settle in and do their thing, to be honest with you. They've got to. Aiden, we lost to Cardiff on our first game. Down, we went straight back up. One game doesn't make a season. There you go. I say we could go and beat Crewe, get a result down Exeter, and everyone's talking about promotion again. You know. There you go. They won yesterday. Who won yesterday, mate? Aiden. Oh, you want about Celtic? Yeah, Celtic won 3-1, didn't they? Aiden, Reading's come. I absolutely despise them. I also hate Lampard. Weird game for me. Yeah, it's a bit like now I've always considered myself something of a Celtic man, but because I like Liverpool as well while I was growing up. Steven Gerrard is my favourite football player of all time, and I want him to do well with Rangers. Yet I like Celtic, so it's bloody tough to want Rangers to win, but I want them purely for Stevie G. Right then, guys, we're coming up to about 30 minutes. Thankfully, we're over the 20 likes mark would actually shot above and gone 22. I tell you what, if we can make it to 25, no, actually no, 30. I'm raising the bar for you guys. Get some more people in, get some likes up, get the likes up to 30, and we'll go to 45 minutes. We will hit that 45-minute mark, I promise you. Mark Price, how you doing, Chris? I'm doing well, thank you, Mark. Bad day at the office, but it's a long haul, not a sprint. Absolutely, 100%. End of the day, first game of the season, away against a contender. They were up for it because they felt that they were confident they were going to beat us. They showed it on the pitch, unfortunately, and that was that. We may have not been as confident. Any fan can actually honestly believe that they thought we were going to go up there and win yesterday, for real. You know what I mean? But anyway, long haul, not a sprint. Our best finish in League Two since we've been promoted, since going out of business in '89. Our best finish in League Two started with 3 losses and a draw, 3 losses in a row. So that was 2-0 against Wickham. Then we lost 3-2 to Morecambe after being 2-0 up. Then we lost at Mansfield, or was it Hartlepool? It was either Hartlepool or Mansfield we lost. I think it might have been. No, it was Mansfield. I'm sure it was. We lost 1-0 there, but with a better team. And then we drew at home to Burton. But remember the Andy Sandell goal off the free kick against Portsmouth then in our 5th game. We won that and went on a massive run, and we started beating everybody. We even won 3-1 at Bury in that run as well, who went up quite easily in the end. But just goes to show, you can start poor, you can turn it round. Exeter were down the bottom 2 years ago, and they finished in the playoffs 2 years in a row now. Just goes to show. Wrexham won yesterday, the Bluebirds. Right, okay, got you now. Yeah, they did, didn't they? Fair play. Good start for them. Luke Wilkins missed the away days, bro. Yeah, I'm sure you do, because I would as well. But fair play, you put your family first for now. Good man, that's a really, really selfless decision to make. Luke Taylor, still think we should have looked at re-signing Alex Samuel. I said this. I'd have loved to have had him, but maybe because he had such a bad time of it at Stevenage, maybe his form with us was a way of trying to prove Swansea wrong or something, and didn't quite measure up afterwards since being cut loose. Where was your drum? Our drummer couldn't come, unfortunately, and we actually don't know where our drum is, because the building that our drum and flags are kept in is now being condemned, so they've moved the shop elsewhere, and all the stuff inside has been moved, but we don't know exactly. We haven't pinpointed where they've moved our drum and flags, so they better be bloody ready for Saturday. Bobby Beckford, do you think Sunderland will get promoted? Yes, I do. They didn't play well on Saturday. The best teams can win games without playing well, and Sunderland beating a fellow contender 2-1 without playing well, for me, tells me when they come up against the lower sides, they're going to be comfortable. Mark Price, not playing as a team. At times we looked really good playing as a team, if I'm being honest, mate. Natural with new players, yeah, they got a gel. They've all got a gel in. They've all got to shake off them new season nerves with the new team. For me, Keanu Marsh-Brown looked nervous, Jamil Matt looked nervous, and so did Forbes. But like I say, it's just a couple of nerves, nothing to panic about. A poor game to start the season off. I'm not worrying until we're 5 games in without a win. Aiden, reason I hate Reading, local to me, naturally, yeah. The first time I saw West Ham lose 3-0 away to Reading, we got 2 reds. They stuffed us 4-2. Well, of course you don't like them then. Like I don't like Stoke, to be honest with you. I ever since the whole thing with Aaron Ramsey, I've been quite bitter about them, and to be honest with you, now they got James McLean playing for them is making it so much easier for me to hate them. I can't stand the bloke. Aiden, bug-headed. I think bug-headed saying is funny, to be honest, mate. But yeah, I get you. Yeah, if you look at this link that Chris has shared here on the Amber Army, we have a new player review series. Yeah, well, Jamie Frankham is doing a new series for us, is reviewing our players. So it's definitely worth a watch, guys, because so far we've reviewed Butler, Day, and Demetriou. So if I've missed any, can you fill me in there, Chris? Yeah, it's definitely worth the watch, guys. There's some really, really good videos. Jimmy England. Yeah, okay, well done. Aiden, I still haven't got over Croatia game. 3 Lions is haunting me. Well, the song is still in my bloody head because I heard it so much. I'm just so used to listening to it. Rob Priest, Flynn and Sheehan to start against Crew hopefully Saturday. Flynn, really? Meant pipe, not flat. Right, okay, yeah, got you. There it was down there. Yeah, I'd imagine Pipe may play against Crew, but Sheehan's got to start 100%. Yeah, Matt Price, at least the Bardi situation sorted. Closure, we got closure now. We can let go and move on. Aidan, will you interview away fans on Amber Talk? That'll be up to Michael Green. Well, if he comes across an away fan, it could well be worth doing. I think Liverpool will win the League Cup. All right, okay, maybe. Right then, is that all we've got at the moment, then, guys? I mean, you're making it easy for me to catch up with you now. I mean, hang on, what happened with Labardi? Luke, if you don't know, he's left us, mate. He's left us, 100% gone. Crystal Palace went games without a goal and not winning in a while, and look what happened after, yeah? Crystal Palace failed to score and lost every single game. Lost every single game as manager and got sacked, and Hodgson had to take over, and he turned it all around. Not saying that that's going to happen with Flynn. I think Flynn's the man for us, but Crystal Palace is another example of an opening to a season means nothing. It's always good to get a good start, of course it is. You know, build a bit of momentum around it, but at least if you start poorly, you've got loads of time to fix things. Bobby Beckford, will Salah have as good a season as last season? I think he could have an even better season because Liverpool's midfield is so much stronger now. Fabinho and Keita going into that midfield, Liverpool are going to be unstoppable. And Salah is going to have even more service from that midfield. It's going to be frightening, Liverpool. Summer Sadler, do you think Mourinho is losing his mind? I think he's certainly losing his touch. He can win games tactically, yeah, he proved that he can still do it last year, but his style of tactics are slowly phasing out of football. I mean, football is a forever evolving game. There's always something different happening. And the thing is, you've got to get your finger on the pulse and follow it. You get left behind, you're done for. And Mourinho, unfortunately, is starting to get left behind. His tactics are getting left behind. Man United cannot survive. Well, not so much survive, but Man United cannot progress with a Mourinho-style tactic. It can't happen. He's got to evolve his way of thinking, his tactical sort of approach to a game. You can't win games from the back. You win games from the front. That's how it works now. That's how Barcelona have been so successful lately. Real Madrid have been so successful lately. Juventus have started building success on a really good forward line. Liverpool's forward line, Man City's forward line, Tottenham's forward line. Man United won games tactically. They play fair play. They pulled it out against the bigger clubs. It's because they did the same as what all the other smaller clubs do, and they parked the bus against them and beat them on the break. It can't happen. It can't happen if they are going to win a title again. Mar Price, good goalkeeper signing. Yes, Townsend is a good goalkeeper signing in my opinion. Will pressure Day all the way, which is something he haven't had. A lot of people are putting a lot of, criticising Day a lot, and they have done since we've signed him. Even not so much when he was on loan with us from Peterborough, but since we signed him, he's taken a lot of flack. Even though he's a quality keeper, he's got us out the shit a lot. He's never had a proper backup goalkeeper pushing him for a starting spot, really, is he? He hasn't. Except for when we had Taylor, that was the only time. Since then, it's been a seasoned goalkeeper / goalkeeper coach pushing him for his position, who was never going to push him, never had any intention of pushing him. He's building a career for himself on goalkeeper coaching. What's the point playing goalkeeper? So now, yeah, we'll see better out of him, I think. I think it will push him. Including a 1-0 loss to NUFC. Who's NUFC? Luke Taylor, not sure of Cross being captain. Think Demetriou would have been better. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think Crofts has got the the experience and the know-how, and he's been in the bigger leagues. He'll come down here, and he'll be able to instruct players on things that they would never even know. He'd have seen things and done things to such a higher standard. I think he's a really good captain. And leading by example, someone like him, it can only be a good thing. Although I do like Demetriou, he does shade, which is good. Kouyaté went to Palace. Oh, I think you've done all right in the transfer window, irrespective of that, mate. Jimmy, what do you think of Mike Ashley? Um, I don't think he's in it for the football club. He's in it for himself, of course. I think the whole thing with him, where being there, the big fat bastard in his big fat bastard Newcastle shirt. I think it's just a thing to try and win fans over. But the thing is, Newcastle fans they see through that kind of crap. Although I'm not saying that his intention is to destroy the football club, absolutely not. But he's feathering his own nest out of it, 100%. Premier League, who will go down? Tough. Cardiff, naturally. Sorry, Bluebirds. So Cardiff, Huddersfield will probably go down this year, and who didn't go down last year? Who probably should have? I don't know. Huddersfield, maybe Brighton, maybe Bournemouth. Callum Whitton, who's right for you most Saturday? Which player would be Fraser Franks? And Sheehan, when he came on, seemed to do some good things, and Semenyo looked dangerous when he came on. Jimmy, Brentford, oh, right, okay. Crofts looks quality. Yeah, I'd say so. He is a good player. He's an international who's played in the Premier League. He may be 34, but he's still in it. I think he's still got enough to. We'll see a couple of seasons out of him. Mansfield was never going to be easy. We'll be fine. In Flynn we trust. Newport LA chant was class. Great. I'm glad plenty of people like it. I hope loads of people join in with it, because that could be, I always say, a good atmosphere. It could be a sort of a Kickstarter for a season, or it could be, a base behind it. The atmosphere was there when we got promoted last. LA could be a big part in the atmosphere getting up. Callum Winton. Few people have said Demetrio had an average game. Demetrio is Demetrio. I think he's effective, but he doesn't do anything special unless he's taking the ball forward and having a crack at goal or putting the ball in the box. So I think Demetrio is a quality defender. He is a quality centre-back. I asked him, do you prefer centre-back or do you prefer left-back? He prefers centre-back. So I think we got a good defender in Demetrio. I don't think many players can really say that they had more than an average game yesterday, to be honest with you. What colour milk do you get? Oh my God. Jimmy, what are you on one for? Usually you come in, so sometimes you're on one, sometimes you're sort of all right, but you're on a mad one tonight, mate. Rob Priest, crap away weight support for first game of the season, Taff. Can't see more than 3,000 against Crew. Probably not, mate, to be honest with you, although, yeah, you're right, it was a crap away game for a first game of the season. 322, I think it was, or 27, something like that. I was thinking if we had 400 there, that would have been poor. Aiden, Deluded Scott was saying that English football is a businessman's game, not a true league. Palace and will show way more passion than part of this. I got to disagree in some ways, because I've lived in Scotland. I know Scottish fans. I mean, there's one of them tied in with us. He's a Motherwell fan called Gordon, and he's friendly with a lot of the younger lads who come to the county. The ones who do all their filming and blogs and things like that, like Mark Paplow, for example. And they are very passionate about their game up there, I can tell you now. And obviously, you've seen them when they go and watch Scotland games, how passionate they are. Scottish fans are very passionate, but then they should not hold such an opinion on the English league, because we're part of the English league, and the passion that I see week in, week out, especially in League Two, and it's going to be in League One and the Championship, maybe not as much in the Premier League. It's going to be more of a tourist, plastic glory hunting environment. But if you said Premier League, yes, I understand what he's on about. If he said English League or just English football, he's very wrong. Andrew Lawrence, massive overreaction this weekend. We had plenty of chances. On another day, we score 3 and draw. Absolutely. I love that. I love that kind of glass half full attitude. And I'm a salesman, and there's a saying when it comes to being a salesman. I mean, if you're asked, are you glass half empty or glass half full? What we say is, let's talk about the benefits of ice. That's basically what we do. And the benefits of ice. What are our benefits? What takes us from glass half full to glass almost full? the fact that we've got a very experienced captain now who will come good for us. We've got a player that can actually run with the ball. We've got a forward, a big forward that actually jumps and tries to win the ball and actually tries to power people off it and doesn't start kicking around and throwing his toys out the pram if things don't go his way. In defence, we've got a replacement for Ben White that is a no-nonsense quality League Two stopper, basically. So you look at that, I mean, we've still got players like Dan Butler in the team, you know, who could have easily been pinched at some point in the summer. Demetriou could have been pinched. Mark O'Brien could have been pinched. Joe Day could have been pinched. We've kept a good team together. We've got youth through the team. Not so much youth as in coming through our youth system, but we've got young players, young budding players, young hungry players playing for us as well. You know, for me, that's the ice. For me, that's what makes it more glass half empty or glass half full. There's the ice for you. Kian, all right, Taff, you all right? Yes, I'm all right, Kian. Are you all right? Rich G, can you rate the player's performance out of 10 versus Mansfield person? Day, I'd say a 7. Forbes, I'd say a 5. I'd say Frank's an 8. Demetriou, a 6. Butler, a 7. Bennett, 6. Crofts, 6. Dolan 6, Kiana Marsh-Brown 4, Matt 5, Hammond 7, and then the players who came on, Semenyo I'd say 6, Sheehan I'd say 7, and who else came on in the end? I'm trying to think now who came on. Cooper came on, and I'd say again a 6. Jammy Jimmy, what's your favourite food on an away day? Ooh, good question. Fair enough. There we go. He's actually come out with a decent question. Good for you, Jimmy. Favourite food on away day? I gotta be fair. I like a good chippy on an away day, right? And if any of you end up ever going to Accrington, when you come out of their stadium, you got to turn right, and you come up the way, and then there's a left turn in to get back down towards the motorway to get home. If you carry on going down and go down for a few hundred yards, on the left, on like a side street, there's a little chippy there. Absolutely stunning. But yeah, I'd say a chippy. Crew's good for chippy as well. It's a shame that we're not away. But yeah, chippy. Did Marsh-Brown look decent? He didn't look decent, although he looked like he could be decent. He just didn't play decent, if that makes sense. Kian, is Andrew any good? Andrew. I don't get who you're asking for there, mate. Do you drive or get train to games? I drive. I don't always drive. My future father-in-law drives the majority of the time. I drive every now and again. I think Newport have the same quality for the Welsh Premier League. And you just let yourself down again. Well done. Andrew Lawrence, I'm a salesman too. Good man. I teach you a few tips, mate. We'll have to have a chat one day. Callum Whittington, have you seen West Brom's new mascot? It's a boiler, absolute joke. All right, I'm going to have a look into that. Also, Andrew, maybe you may have some tips for me too. I'm looking to get my bonus up even higher next month, or next quarter, shall we say. Matt Price, got a bit of height on the side now on key positions. Yeah, there we go. I'm saying the benefits of ice. You know, we're filling that glass up a bit now, and we're actually talking about some positive things about the squad. Aidan, I miss Upton Park, as anyone who went to Upton Park would. If Upton Park was our stadium, we'd miss it too. A few pictures appeared on my Facebook memories. I bet, yeah, they're a bugger, innit? Where was the drum on Saturday? Our drummer couldn't make it, and we still haven't located it since they moved it from the club shop, well, the old club shop. But anyway, guys, I've overshot you. Lucky you. You've engaged me well in the last few minutes. It's 49 minutes in. I think that's pretty much got to call it time now. I think I'm going to wind down and get my stuff ready for work for the morning. So, yeah, guys, it's been a pleasure again. Byrie, thanks for the £5 donation. That's really, really kind of you. You know, it's always really, really appreciated. I mean, the money that we make goes towards things like new flags, the upkeep of our drum, things for the atmosphere and all that. But then we also do things like sponsoring the club and everything like that. We donate to the club. We buy merchandise, which sometimes goes in the club shop. So any money is massively appreciated. So thank you very much, Byrie. And thanks all of you, because you guys being here at all makes us money, you know, even on the live streams, you know. So thank you, all of you who like it, who like these things, who share them, who comment on them, who even watch any of them. We make money through the advertisements. Not a lot, but it adds up. You know, the more you view on this channel and the more you share it around and get us views and likes and comments and all that, the more money we make, the more subscribers we get, the more money we make. So we're always pushing for more subscribers. So share the word for us, guys. That would be really great. But yeah, thanks again. 50 minutes in. One day you may push an hour out of me, but I need to justify it with the likes. 26 likes tonight. Maybe we could go to an hour if we ever got 40 likes. There's a challenge for you all for next time, eh? Charlie Young, could you stream away games? I can't, mate. No, it's against the Football League regulations. If I stream an away game, I'll get the channel in a lot of trouble. Trust me. But I wish I could. But if you get onto the iFollow with the club, sign in on the club website and subscribe to the iFollow. I think it's only $4.49 a month. Then you can get your live games on there. And I'm not sure if you actually get live games in this country, but you at least get the live. You at least get live radio commentary of them anyway. But yeah, guys, thanks again, and good night to all. Have a good week. For those of you going Saturday, I'll see you there. Okay, good night, cheerio, and as always, up the county.